The last 4 years have been a wild ride for everyone. In 2022, ChatGPT burst out onto the scene, giving everyone superpowers at their fingertips. All the virus experts and Bitcoin bros suddenly transformed into AI experts and pushed LLMs for everything. And let's be honest, at first glance, it looked amazing. The ChatGPTs of this world performed campaign planning, analyzed data, and let CMOs dream of an unseen increase in productivity and drastically lowered costs. AI offerings boomed, and it took longer to test all the new shiny tools than it would have taken to just do the work manually. After euphoria came the hangover. The results were questionable and much more expensive than originally thought. Suddenly, hallucination was the word of the minute, and LLM bashing started, along with calling out the reputable and dignified M-dash as surefire sign that the text was created by AI. Users were quickly fed up with AI slopping on every website and in every ad. Admittedly, some parts of generative AI are here to stay. ChatGPT is not bad. It helps to speed up ideation, can outline an article for editors, and imagine an image and video generating AI is upheaving whole industries. But history likes to repeat itself. Just when we thought we had come through the first storm of AI hype, a new buzzword emerged from research and academics: Agentic AI. Finally, an AI that is supposed to do things, not only talk about them. The peak of the hype cycle was Clawbot, Moldbot, Multi, and OpenClaw. You install it on your computer and it does everything, especially charging your credit card, deleting your hard drive, publishing sensitive information, and tearing open security issues beyond good and evil. These are not just isolated incidents, but issues that persist in most agentic applications. Even Microsoft can't get Copilot to stop leaking sensitive information. In the end, it does not seem to be that easy to get up and running with AI after all. Paraphrasing from the world of crypto: Agentic AI equals everything you do not understand about AI plus everything you do not understand about cybersecurity. Let any one of you who is without technical depth be the first to deploy AI agents on legacy systems. It is fair to observe that AI, and especially agentic AI, uncovered every single piece of technical depth and as organizations have accumulated. Forgotten permissions? Gotcha. Unsecured firewalls? That one hurts. Piles of documents no one is really sure about? Oh my. Organizations learned it the hard way, that for technical depth, it does not simply vanish if you polish it with agentic AI, and that the tech stack and infrastructure remain the breaking point. Garbage in, garbage out is truer than ever. Generative AI amplifies bad data, and unlike discriminative AI, it does so confidently. Currently, it is en vogue to bash AI initiatives. McKinsey, BCG, Fortune, pretty much everyone honored it in the MIT study, citing with glee that generative AI fails at the staggering rate of 95%. Why are we still talking about it? When you actually read the studies and not just salivate over the headlines, the basic challenge emerges pretty clearly. Data. Every organization drowns in data. Zillions of bytes created every day. But this does not make the data actionable, let alone AI ready. Worse than tech debt is data debt. Having no data sucks. Having misformatted, missing, messy data is even worse. You have the sword of Damocles hanging over your head. Someday, someone will clean up this data. Suddenly, an AI provider asks you for data, and there it is again. You make a half-assed attempt at cleaning up some Excel sheets, but it never ends. The numbers don't add up. Somewhere, there is an error that can't be traced because the data is too damn messy. And at the end, you decide the data is now good enough. The problem with AI is that barely good enough is not good for AI. Quite the opposite. Not surprisingly, 64% of organizations cite data quality as the main challenge, and 72% rate their own data quality as average or worse. Gartner calculated that this costs organizations between 9.7 and 15 million annually due to operational inefficiencies and flawed decision making. In pre-AI hype times, data lakes and data warehouses were all the rage. One unified data pool, correct, accessible, and fully integrated. As current challenges show, those initiatives were not that successful in the first place. Salesforce estimates the annual costs of data silos in the millions, not even accounting for the hundreds of work hours lost searching for data. MuleSoft found that on average, organizations have 897 applications, but only 29 are integrated. If you are wondering how data silos are born, this is it. The truth is, it comes down to hard work. Data integrations, pipelines, all the boring ETL stuff we thought was behind us because we have now shiny LLMs now. The hard truth for many AI initiatives is that DataOps is the battlefield on which the AI wars are won or lost. Data governance is no longer a compliance checkmark. It is a strategic tool to leverage all the promised AI benefits. Now, let's say you have your data in check. Suddenly, you as the CMO have new things lurking. Just like the shark in Jaws, circling the water, waiting to take a huge bite out of your budget. Tokens. Everything is a token. And while the ads say you're charged cents per million tokens, your budget is vanishing fast. Say 100 employees consume 1 billion tokens per year at $2 per million. That's $2,000. Sounds manageable. But now your data is in order. New apps get integrated. Usage jumps to 20 billion tokens. And suddenly you're facing a $40,000 invoice. The numbers look far worse for large enterprises. As a CMO, you have to calculate AI usage, no matter if you're a small agency or a large enterprise. Suddenly, you have to think about usage-based, outcome-based, or per-seat pricing. And AI running wild can quickly diminish your expected returns. And as regular as tax returns, every couple of months, LinkedIn and Reddit fill up with posts about an AI becoming stupid. Last week, it was better. This often happens at the tail end of an LLM's life cycle. All LLM providers are running at a loss. After the big release and the leaderboard tests, models get distilled. A process where large model trains a smaller one in hopes of cutting costs without losing too much quality. If that's not enough, reasoning gets compressed. While the ads still talk about trillions of parameters, only a couple of billions are doing the hard work. This leads to a decline in quality, especially in corner cases and niche topics. And once the new shiny model is released, you have to redo your entire cost calculation. We hope you have great coworkers because as a CMO moving forward, you have to talk a lot with them. The easy task of using AI in marketing turns out to be a cross-functional, cross-department challenge. Security, data quality, algorithmic integrity, and governance are increasingly your bread and butter. What we have learned over the past 5 years when it comes to integrating AI into legacy systems. Start small. Find a precisely described small problem you want to solve with AI. You have to learn to walk before you can run. Make sure you have data that's in a format that can actually be used. Partner with experts. More likely than not, you do not have the AI expertise in-house that you need, and neither do most of your competitors. Be careful with wrapper infrastructure. If someone is selling you ChatGPT in a new UI, you are buying all their tech debt. Measure, measure, measure. Is the new AI tool really an improvement, or is it just making things complicated in an exciting new way? And if the first 4 steps work well enough, you measured real return, scale. Roll it out to new departments, new problems, and keep on measuring. As usual, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and We really appreciate you watching. Thank you.